What's up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to RC Vlog, guys. We're at Hobby Lobby for Tamiya Tuesday. So I'm picking up some acrylic paint to do something that I've been dreading. Oh my God, there's a lot of wind out here. Let me get inside. Hold on one second. All right, now we don't have a lot of wind. So to do something I've been dreading, which is painting the helmets. The little dude in the helmet in my Tamiya kit. Like, I want it to look as legit as possible. So we're gonna have to get some paint. I think you can get acrylic paint at Hobby Lobby. You can't get RC cars. You can get models, so that's why I think you get acrylic paint here. So I'll show you guys what I'm gonna pick out. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll find out. I will give Hobby Lobby this. They always have a whole bunch of cool models. And I remember whenever I was growing up, I would always want a model thinking that it would turn out just like that, just like on the box whenever I got finished doing it. Yeah, it never happened that way. Anyways, here's all the paint. So we got a whole bunch of paint here. Check this out. They have Tamiya stuff here. And they also have like a Tamiya painting stand. That's really interesting. So I think I'm just gonna get one of these, like this guy. I think this is gonna have everything I need. Water wash up. This is acrylic, so I need black, white. Oh, I need like a skin color. A skin color. I guess I can get it done here. So I think this will work, and then I probably need some little brushes. Here's some like little hobby grade or ultra hobby brush. I don't know. I'm gonna scope this stuff out, and then I'll show you guys what I got when I get home. But there's a whole bunch. Look, they have the accelerator here too. You can buy accelerator at Hobby Lobby. That's freaking awesome. So all right, let me get to looking around. All right, guys, here's what I got. I got this. This is the flesh colored. I think it's actually called, yeah, flat flesh color. And then I got this small set of colors. I got these craft swabs. It looks like maybe I can get finer detail with these. I got some extra brushes, and I got that. This is Mod Podge. This is like an acrylic sealer. I've done like pottery stuff at the Jellystone before. And they put this sealer on it, and it makes it go on nice and smooth and clean, and it doesn't like rub off. That was actually the most expensive part out of this whole thing. I think that was like $12 or $10. Actually, it was $11. The price right there. $11 a can. So I think I have everything I need. We're about to take a stab at painting this helmet and this body. So I got this little shish kebab stick from downstairs. And I'm going to put it on here, and then probably get some helping hands to hold it. And then we are gonna start painting, guys. Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright, guys, hear me out. He looks a little sick, alright? He doesn't look like the happiest driver. This is my first time. Oh my God. I mean, come on, it's my first time, guys. What do you expect? Okay, so first off, let me zoom in on him here. There we go. All right, first off, the Mod Podge did not do good. Like, now it looks like a little faded. I probably shouldn't have put that sealer on there. I probably should have just painted it and called it a day. It is super hard to get the painting right. His eyes look a little jacked. I don't know why I'm so far up. His eyes look a little jacked. The seat belts weren't bad, but oh man, that was I'll get better, I promise. Alright, guys, so I got done painting the guy. So to recap, if I could have done it different, I wouldn't have put that Mod Podge sealer on there. I don't think you need an acrylic sealer. That paint went on just fine. I did coat his helmet a little too thick, so there's a kind of like a little bit of dripping, which it's not too bad. I mean, you really got to look at it in detail. I probably would have taken a little bit more time. The hardest part was painting the face. Painting his face with that black outline of his helmet. I think that was the hardest part, because it would catch, like, basically when you were painting the face, it would pull up some of the black. So I think the best way to do that, I think if I could have done it over again, I would have painted, because it's easy to paint the face part, it's hard to get the outline. I would have painted the black outline first, and then I would let it dry and then paint the face. Doug did, my Tamiya consultant, he did tell me to paint the eyeballs first, that it's a little bit easier to get like round eyes. So that could be a thing too, but I think I would have taken more of my time on the helmet and let stuff dry before I started kind of painting, because if it's still wet, it kind of drags some of that black, and that black is obviously, it's very, very dominant. It drags some of that black onto the face. Doesn't look too bad because it looks like he's got dirt on his face. But it's done, guys. The car is done. I'm so excited. Here's the big reveal. I'm not gonna lie. It turned out way better than I thought it would. Check this thing out. Oh man, look at it. It turned out so good. Okay, so here's why I'm not that upset about how my guy turned out. Because you don't really notice it. You don't really notice it when he's in there. Like, you really have to get up close. Let's see if I can zoom in on his face here. You can see his eyes in there. I mean, so long you can see eyes and just the general detail of the guy in there, I think it's really, really good. So I am super pleased with how this turned out. This is such a cool car, such a satisfying build, because it's like a little piece of history that I built. And guys, I drove it just to kind of test it on the carpet. It's actually pretty fun. That 380 motor, it's small, but it's got a surprising amount of power for what I expected. I did notice something. Before I go on and show the rest of the car off. On my battery, you can see there's, let me see if I can zoom in on my battery here. There's a little dent in my battery right there, and then also the same dent on the backside. So basically, there is something poking my battery in the battery tray, and I did find it. That's the reason why I have my flush cutters here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about on the bottom here. Look at this right there. You see that right there? So that is like, I think that's, again, I called my my Tamiya consultant again. I think that's just a molding thing. So, but it's pokey right there. So when I was putting my battery in, when I was putting my battery in, I was poking the battery. That is not good. You definitely want to cut that off, because if it pokes a Lipo battery and it's a soft pack, luckily there's a lot of padding here. You could have kind of a fire show. It could pierce the battery, destroy the battery, damage the car, and in worst case scenario, set the entire car on fire, and then all you have is a pile of ash. But overall, super pleased with the build. So much fun. Here's the back of it. The only thing I could have done maybe and went overboard is painted the railing black. I'm not that confident with I think I need to get better brushes. It's kind of hard to stay within the lines with the brushes. The part that's really bothering me that I messed up, again, that Mod Podge, that sealer that I put on there. I don't know if you can see it on the back of that light right there, but it's like faded, or it's like bubbled. Maybe there's a big coat of that sealer on there, and it's kind of white. I don't really like that. It bothers me a little bit, but not enough where I'm not super pleased with the build, because you have to really look at the detail to see that. But all in all, I highly recommend this kit. I will put a link in the description below. It didn't take me that long. The hardest part was painting that little dude inside. And overall, okay, so if I had to combine the entire thing, I think I spent maybe 30 minutes on the body, maybe 3 hours on the car, maybe another hour on the painting the helmet. And it's hard to like gauge the time, but if I had to guess, maybe a 5-hour build total. And that's because this was the first Tamiya vintage kit I've ever built. So I think if you were very well versed, and I think as I start building them, they'll go a lot faster. But guys, this car, for what it cost, you cannot beat this build. It's so much fun. I will leave the video with a little bit of driving so you can see how it handles. I don't want to beat it up too much because it's a beautiful, beautiful car. The servo in there is actually pretty solid for the servos that I bought. I'll put a link in the description for those also. They're the Futaba 3003s. And I think they're time correct. So basically that's what you would run in this car at the time. I did put a receiver in there, but basically I put my receiver with Velcro because I'll be driving several different Tamiya cars. There's no reason to put a receiver in every Tamiya car because for the most part, these are going to be shelf queens. But yes, it's done. Let's drive it. Oh man, it looks so good. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna drive this thing for the first time. I'm not looking forward to this because I think it's just so freaking pretty and I don't want to ruin it. Golly, it is bright out here in the sun, but in the dark, it's not, or in the shadow, it's not very bright. Anyways, I'm just gonna drive it for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, give you an idea of what's going on and my initial thoughts of this thing. I did drive it inside, but that doesn't really count. All right, here we go. So I drove it inside. It felt like it had a lot of power inside, which makes sense because it's inside. It's very close quarters, so anything with a little bit of power feels fast. I'm not going full throttle right here. This is like quarter throttle. We're just gonna send it right down the street, but I don't want to scratch the bottom up, so here we go. That's it. That's full pin. Oh, it's got like paddle tires. I don't want to just destroy the tires too bad. I'm trimming it out. That's it. That's all she's got. I really want to take her off the curb, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to scratch the bottom of the car. Or should I do it anyways? What do you think? Let's see how it handles in the grass. I mean, it is a grasshopper. Let's see. So it doesn't handle. I mean, my grass is pretty thick. There we go. So oh no! Okay, there we go. So I'm running it on 2-cell Lipo. Oh, God, it's so cool though. I mean, look how cool it is. It bounces a lot. It's almost like the suspension doesn't do much. I mean, I guess a little bit. Okay, we're sending it off. There we go. We did a little curb jump there. What do you think? But overall, this car looks so cool. It's not fast. Obviously, it lacks luster in regards to driving it, but the nostalgia, the vintage feel of the car. I mean, like I said, I feel like everybody should have this car if you're an RC enthusiast. I'm not gonna drive it much after today, unless we do. Actually, I have a video idea. Let's take it off the curb one more time. It's like it bounces. It's funny. There's no oil in the shocks. The steering is kind of dull. It's not sensitive, but that's mainly because the front tires are towed in. I could have fixed that and towed it out a little bit, but you know, I'm not trying to tune this car for performance or anything. It looked straight, maybe towed in just a little bit, but that explains why the steering feels dull. But nonetheless, this is a cool car, and I do think you guys should get it. I'll put a link in the description below. So much fun. I had so much fun building it. I'm kind of sad that I'm done working on it and it's just gonna go up on the shelf now, but we are gonna start another Tamiya soon, I promise, and it's gonna be a fun one, just like this one. Man, that was fun. Well, I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell, and you guys will see me next time. Later, guys.